So what does it really mean to build an impactful career? I mean, we all see the resumes, right? The list of jobs and achievements. But today, we're going to go a little deeper. We're going to deconstruct one professor's 20-year journey to find the principles of dedication that create a real, lasting legacy.
20 years. Just think about that for a second. That's the amount of time we're talking about here. 2 whole decades poured into teaching, into service, and into leadership, all at one institution. That alone tells you there's a story of incredible growth and contribution here.
And that really raises a big question for all of us, doesn't it? What does it actually take to build a career that matters? Well, by digging into this one professor's journey, I think we're going to uncover some really powerful and, honestly, universal answers.
Okay, so let's start with a profile. Our focus is the career of Professor Amira Shaham-Albalancy at Collin College in Texas. You can see a really clear progression in her path. She started as an adjunct professor back in 2004, then moved into a full-time spot just 2 years later. Eventually, she even served as department chair for 5 years. And now, she's applying for the rank of full professor. But you know, this isn't just about climbing a ladder. It's a story of deepening commitment and expanding her leadership all within the same place.
So while her main job is teaching some pretty tough subjects like human anatomy, her impact goes way beyond the classroom syllabus. She's a curriculum builder. I mean, developing entirely new courses, like an introduction to animal sciences from scratch, that shows a real drive to meet what students need and to expand what the college can even offer.
But what's the engine behind this kind of dedication? To get that, we have to look at the why behind all the work. You know, the core principles that are basically the operating system for her entire career, her teaching philosophy.
And right at the heart of everything she does is this one core belief. For Professor Shaham-Albalancy, education isn't just about passing tests or getting a degree. It's a foundational pillar for building a better, stronger society for everyone.
So what does that look like in practice? Well, it means education is about so much more than grades. It's about equipping students with the tools they'll actually use for the rest of their lives. Things like critical thinking, time management, teamwork, and, importantly, ethical responsibility. The transcript might be temporary, but those skills, those are forever.
And this whole approach is built on one simple but incredibly powerful belief. Every single student has what it takes to succeed, no matter where they come from. Now, that's not just a nice feel-good sentiment. It is the absolute key to creating an inclusive, empowering classroom where people feel valued enough to take risks and really, truly learn.
But you know, a career with this kind of impact rarely stays within the 4 walls of a classroom. Her philosophy just naturally spills out, transforming the entire college into a learning space through her commitment to service and engagement.
Her service contributions are so broad, covering 2 very different but equally important areas. On the one hand, she's all about championing interdisciplinary education to really broaden students' minds. And on the other, she's working to uphold the core integrity of the institution itself.
For instance, she helped put together an international Holocaust Remembrance Day exhibition and an LGBTQIA+ discussion panel. These aren't just dates on a calendar. They are deliberate, thoughtful initiatives designed to spark collaboration and give students these broader, more humanistic perspectives that make their entire education richer.
At the exact same time, she's playing a vital role in keeping academic standards high. By serving as a panel chair on the Honor Council, she helps sort through cases of scholastic dishonesty. That shows a deep, personal commitment to the college's core values of honesty and integrity.
But a career's impact isn't just measured in committees or curriculum, right? It's really measured in the human element. And this is her mission of supporting students on a deeply personal level.
And this is where you really see the power of personal connection. When she's reviewing scholarship applications, it's not just paperwork for her. Her own words, they show this profound empathy that comes from her own experiences with the financial struggles students go through. And that just transforms her advocacy from a duty into a personal mission. And her idea of support goes way beyond financial aid. It's about being present. It's about showing up. She volunteers to welcome new students and actively participates in campus events right alongside them. For her, real education happens through that kind of community engagement and genuine interaction.
So how do you even begin to summarize a career like this? Well, maybe the best way to see it not as some finished product, but as a legacy of constant, continuous growth.
And this really shows us that a career of impact is a career of lifelong learning.
I mean, she's not just resting on her 20 years of experience. By actively taking courses on new topics like teaching with AI, she's showing a real commitment to staying relevant and effective for the students of today, not the students of yesterday.
In her own reflection on her career, she mentions how hard it was to pick just a few examples for her portfolio. Why? Because every single experience, big or small, helped shape the educator she is today. And that just speaks volumes about the cumulative power of a dedicated professional journey.
You know, when you really break down a career filled with this much dedication, it kind of turns the mirror back on us. It leaves us with a simple but really powerful question to think about in our own lives. What are the core values that are guiding your work?